Hi, and welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is our main series. This is our weekly episode where I go through and do my makeup from start to finish, and then I show you all of the products as I'm doing it. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And in this weekly episode, we're going to do some orange. I haven't done orange in a minute, and I wanted to wear my Monster shirt, which you guys can't really see it, but it says Monster, and then it's got the Universal Monsters underneath it. It's got Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein's monster, the Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein. I don't know, that's the Mummy, and then the werewolf. Wolfman. So you can't really see it, but it's all there. They bleed down into the orange part down there. So suffice to say, we are doing orange. So it's gonna be cool. So I decided, I was like, let me find some orange eyeshadow, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to use some new eyeshadow today. I got it and I talked about it in the beauty haul, but I've not used it until now. So let's get started. So we're going to start, of course, let's go ahead and put some primer on. I use the primer from the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. It's okay. I used it and it was all right. But it was all right. So, it'll stay in the kit. But, so I'm going to use this Morph today. We're going to try this Morph because this is the Morph Continuous Prep and Set Mist. This is primer. So continuous prep and set mist. It says you're supposed to do it, apply the mist all over your face before and after makeup application. So you can do it before. So I want to try it. I've used it as a setting spray and it was all right. So we're going to use it as a primer for the face. I am going to go ahead and put my eyeshadow primer on though, because if I'm sitting here spraying my face with that on, it's gonna try to go down, and I want to put this on first. So this is the NYX Ultimate Liner and Shadow and Liner Primer, and I'm going to use it first to put on my eyes. I haven't used this recently since the 12 Days of Beauty, because I've been using that Wet n Wild one for a minute. So today we are going to go out, and I'm going to go to Ulta to do one of my 2 hauls for the month. And, I am going to, buy some makeup. I also have a shipment coming tomorrow, from Amazon. I finally used my little $25 gift card that I got from Boss Man at work. And so I will be using that I used it to get some makeup. So we will be receiving and processing that shipment tomorrow. And we will do a beauty haul from the stuff I get today and the stuff that I'm getting in the mail. And all of my stuff, I'm not going to my usual Ulta, because all the stuff that I need and that I am trying to get is at probably one of my least favorite Ultas. But I'm going out in that area. I know that they have everything that I'm looking for, and my usual Ulta does not have everything. So I'm going to go out there. All right, so eyeshadow primer is on. Let's put her up so I can give myself some space here. All right. While we're waiting for that to dry down, let's go ahead and use the Morph. So I want to see how this is going to work as a primer. My face is itchy too. The face is clearing up before I do this. My face is clearing up. The spots are they're starting to fade. I have been doing a good routine with them. These are starting to fade. Also, I have something new starting here, and I have been paying attention to it. I have not been messing with it. I'm not going to pop it. It is, I desperately want to pop it, but I am not going to pop it because I don't want scarring in a spot there. So, all right, we're going to spray this. Here goes. Okay. It has an interesting smell. I will give it that. And I will probably use this as my setting spray today. We'll see. I'll actually leave that out. I don't know if I'm supposed to rub it in or what. I don't feel like I got a whole lot on the face. I can feel it. I do feel it in certain areas. It is, now my face is softer, but I don't know about that. Let's try a little bit more. Oops. Wow. Okay, the little nozzle thing came off. Let's not do that. But I do like this as a setting spray. It's pretty good. I was trying not to do that, but I was trying to put the little nozzle thing back on because that came off. But all right. I'm going to rub it in because I got a little extra on my fingers. But now that did give me a good application, I guess. Okay. I've seen other setting sprays as miss. I just am not as prep and base primer, but I've not used them before. That's my first time using that. So we're gonna put that back until we're ready to set the face. So yeah, I got some primer on. All right, so eyes should be. My eyes are in fact dry. Yes, they are. All right, so I'm gonna cut my crease real quick. I'm using Mr. Soft Pencil Senior, and I want to cut it with black. I did sharpen it earlier with my sharpener from Ulta because we needed to sharpen it. It was getting a little dull there. And of course, the sharper it is, the more it shows up, so you can see it. All right, so this is my little Ulta Beauty sharpener. It's got the two fronts for the two sizes, and the top part is where it collects the you can see the sharpeners in there, and then the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, the bottom comes off. It does. The bottom does come off. Pretty sure the bottom comes off. And it holds all of the shavings. It was not expensive either. It was decent. Alright. Now, I am debating, do I want to do it over the lash line? I don't think I do. I don't think I'm going to do it over the lash line. I'm not doing a pinup line today. So for the eyeshadow, we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions. It has orange in it. And so y'all can see, this is like a mustard, which I'm going to use it though, because this matches my, y'all can't really see it, but it kind of matches that. This is kind of like a burnt orange. I'll probably use one of those two. Maybe I might use, I think I might use the burnt orange. Or maybe I will use the orange. We're going to call it orange. Trying to see if maybe there's a color thing on here. It's not. All right. So I have a little tool. And go ahead and get her on the brush. On my little tool. And yeah. Apply. Yeah, it's orange. It's alright. Kind of sheer going on. Not overly pigmented. It's pigmented, but it's not overly pigmented. I look like a jack-o'-lantern. With all this orange and black on. Alright. So I think to jazz this up a little, we're going to add the finest fleck glitter topper. We're going to add it just to give this some dimension. Because this is not like popping or anything, so it's pigmented, it's just not super pigmented. So this Huda Beauty palette, if y'all recall from the beauty haul, I got this, I found it at TJ Maxx, and I've also seen it at Marshall's, in my local Marshall's, and it's cool. I mean, this is all right. I wouldn't have spent what they were asking for it, regular price. Like if I had just gone somewhere and bought Huda Beauty, I wouldn't have spent full price for it, because I'm having to put entirely too much orange on my eyes in order to affect some orange. So, gotta put a little bit too much on for that. So, not for the price they were wanting it for. Alright, so let me grab the finest fleck topper. We're gonna see how this glitter plays with it. Alright, so this is finest fleck glitter eyeshadow by e.l.f. in the shade White Hot. So this is gonna add a little to what I just did on my eyes. And immediately it has a good effect. Once you start working it in and spreading it out, it has a nice effect to it. Because I used this yesterday on some green, and that green was absolutely stunning. Which y'all can see when I get these posted. It is a new series, Date Night Doll Up. And in our first episode, we went to Hibachi and for date night. And it was nice. I ran into a dude I used to work with at the job previous to this one that I have now. And trading war stories. But yeah, I wore green, as y'all will see in the video once I get her going. I wore green, and I put this finest fleck on top of that green, and it turned out really well. It's working its magic on this orange too, but I mean it's got to do some work here. So there is that. So I'm gonna have to do some cleanup because I kind of messed that up. I did kind of mess it up, but it's all right. I'll just put it over the top. Do that on that eye too. Look at that happy little accident. I do have it all up here on my eyebrow though. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's very orangey with some sparkle to it. It could be better. Let me use my e.l.f. kabuki brush because I do have a little bit of fallout here, but that's my fault. I got a little heavy-handed there. Okay. I don't want to take it off up here, but it is kind of all on my cheek. Okay. All right. So that's done. All right. Trying to put this back. All right. So now, let us do mascara. For the mascara primer, we're going to go in with the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Tinted Primer. And then we're going to use probably 2 different mascaras. So I am going to I'm going to conduct a haul today. I have 7 items, and I will be going to Ulta and possibly Walgreens. Not the Walgreens near my house, but I will be going to a Walgreens to see what they have. And it's actually the Walgreens that's near my favorite Ulta, so there's that. But my favorite Ulta is missing some of the items that I want. So I'm going to go get, so I'm going to my least favorite one. And then husband and I will get dinner, and then we will come back home. We have not been to Hibachi. Last night was the first time we've been to Hibachi in 6 years. I know minimum 6 years. We hadn't been in a really long time. Because your girl was not sitting up in Hibachi with people she didn't know. And people sit a little too close for all of that. So I was like, yeah, no, people sitting a little too close together at Hibachi. That's going to be a no immediately. I mean, I love Hibachi, but I was not going to brave Hibachi. I was like, no, I can wait. And so that wait turned into 6 years. It was fine. It was actually fine. All right. So to start for the mascara, we're going to go with this as the first coat. This is the Essence Lash Like a Boss. And we're going to apply that. It's got a bunch on the... I do actually really like this mascara. It's pretty decent. It is pretty decent. Alright, so as y'all can see, it's adding lashes here, giving me volume. Okay, so that's one eye. So, also, hopefully, I need to buy some ink for my printer. So, if I don't get it today, I'll just order it online. And get it that way. But I know I'm going to do a lot of printing in the next. I'm going to start doing a bunch of printing. And I because my printer is one of those where if one color is out, nothing prints. And I hate that. I hate that it's dependent upon that, even though you are doing just black printing. And it's because your black ink is still made up of cyan, magenta, and yellow. So I learned that many years ago as a former news person who had to learn about color theory and all of that and how the press runs. It is still, even though you're telling it you want to do just black ink, it does use color still. It will use primarily the black ink, but it's still using that to make the rich black. So, yeah. So what I'm adding now is, this is the L'Oreal Extensionist mascara. And my lashes are slightly stubby right now. But I have been kind of letting them just rest. Especially during the week. I try to let them rest. So that they don't get all pulled out when I'm taking this off. It's to avoid that. Okay. Alright, so next event coming up for us too while I'm doing this. The next event coming up is the Southeast Punk Flea Market. That is on January 24th and 25th here in Columbia. I don't know if we're going to go. I probably will go. Matter of fact, that's next week. It's a week from today. Husband will have to work, so I may or may not go. It really depends if I really want to go out there and spend money. I may just wait for it to come around the next time. So, I'm not absolutely, like not gonna be sad if I miss it. So there's that. I enjoy going, but the location and the parking is an issue. So I'd have to get down there as soon as they open the doors. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to do all of that. But we'll see. I may change how I feel next week beforehand. So, all right, we're ready for face. My face is very soft because of that primer. So, we're ready for face. All right, so for the face, for the foundation, we're going to use the She Glam. This is the She Glam Skinfluencer Full Coverage Foundation Balm. It's in the shade Earth. Now, Earth is entirely too light for me. As I've discovered, this is not my shade. Amazon does not have my shade. I would have to order this directly from She Glam. So I may do that. I don't know. But I'm going to add this. And what we're going to do, because I know that this is entirely too light for me, I am going to darken it down with my um, with my setting powder, because that's the easiest way to do that. And I'm trying to hurry up because this tends to be very it will dry quickly and lock in place, and then y'all see me have trouble trying to get the darn stuff blended in and set the way I want it to be set. Okay. Okay. So we are going to put we're going to put concealer up underneath there. So, all right. Nice quick application there. For the concealer, we're using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh in the shade Dark 170N. This matches the concealer. That foundation is definitely matching this concealer. So there's that. See if we can get that over there. All right. We're going to buff her out with the M103 foundation from Morphe. The Sheet Glam buffs out well. It's very light on me. I do like the foundation. When I went back to go get another, to get the right color, they didn't have it on Amazon. I was like, and this is why I chose the wrong color to start with. Because this was the darkest one that they had available on Amazon. And I was like, this is not the right color. Oh no. So, and then I said, I was trying to figure out where else they sold it. And I was like, let me just go to the Sheet Glam website. Yes, you can buy it on TikTok Shop. I am not on TikTok, so I don't want to buy it off of TikTok Shop. Because I'm not making an account on TikTok just to do that. So there's that. Okay. But as you can see, this is entirely too light for me. This is not my correct shade. I think my shade is actually like 2 shades darker than this. So I do have plans to order it. And I do keep an eye out on Amazon to see if they are stocking it. They are not. So I'll order from Sheet Glam directly in a little bit. Let's get up there in those corners. All right. Now, I mean, like I said, it blends out really nicely. It's just not the right color. We gotta come down here and get the chin too. I did forget to get that part. Because I know when I get back in post-production, I'm going to see this and I'm going to be like, Lindsay, go down there and blend your chin. Go blend your chin, please. And blend the side of your face. I shaved my sideburns about 2 weeks ago, and they are taking their time to grow back, but they're growing back. Well, I shaved my sideburns when I washed and conditioned my hair. All right. Now, for this concealer, we're going to use the M164. No, I'm sorry. This is the M132 to get this concealer going up underneath his eye. And then we'll come back in and do some other things. Okay. That's one eye done. My dang eyeshadow matching the concealer today almost. And my face. That's kind of crazy. Slightly crazy. Okay. And we're going to do the other eye. Okay. Okay. All right. So that seems to be blended decently. Blend this down just a little bit. Okay. But yeah, we definitely gonna darken this down in just a second. Okay. Now, let's talk about blush. For the liquid blush, I'm gonna use some Juvia's Place. Well, Blush Lily. And we're gonna be smart about this time. I'm going to do it on the back of my hand. And diffuse it out. Alright. This is the Juvia's Place liquid blush, blushed liquid blush in the shade Blush Lily. Alright. And then I need my brush. Whatever I did with it. That's powder. Okay. I have put it on the back of my hand here. Take this and diffuse it down. And add it over here. This side first. Nice wash of color. But you have to diffuse this down. If you try to put this on without diffusing it down, you're going to get entirely too much of it. And you're going to be like, that's too much blush. I did one big giant dollop of it, and that is enough for both sides. I'm still more intense over here because that's where I started. So I'm trying to transfer a little bit over here. Take a little bit of the intensity away from over here. Okay. That's good. That's what I want. That lowers the intensity because I diffused it down. And I could still do some over here and it not be too much. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. Put that back. Okay. Now, let's talk about this bad boy. This is the Deep Dark. This is from Makeup Revolution. It is the Deep Dark Baking Powder. Shade Deep Dark. So I have my little tin, my little Bath and Body Works tin. And we're going to, I don't need a lot, but I'm going to put that on because we need it. So let me find my powder puff. My Juvia's Place I Am Magic powder puff. Yes, it is slightly dirty. However, it's fine. Alright. I'm putting it on the powder puff, and then I'm going to diffuse in my palm. And then we're going to pat her on. And as you can see, instantly brought this color back down. And mattifies my face. See, we learning. We learning. Because now that looks not quite as wrong colory as it did. I think the best way to describe that is wrong colory. Okay. I mean, that looks good. Because now that brown looks normal. Let's try to get up underneath the eyes. Good amount of powder too. But everything looks back to normal, so that part doesn't look oddly brown while everything else is way lighter. Okay. All right. So, powder set. All right. Now, let's talk about, I got a little bit of blush still peeking through. So we're going to use, for the powder blush, this is the Ellen Tracy Make Me Blush Trio. Like I say, it don't have color names. So we gave them names. This is Princess Peach over here. And I'm going to amend it. Her name is going to be Super Princess Peach. Because I have the game. This is, I don't remember what I said the middle one was. But this one was Shimmy Shimmy Ya. So, because Wu-Tang is for the kids. Wu-Tang is for everybody. We're going to use Shimmy Shimmy Ya. Actually, I don't know. I might use this middle one. I might use this middle one. I don't even remember what I named this one. I don't know. We're going to use this one. Let's see. It's very subtle. It's not loud. So I don't really have to diffuse it on the back of my hand. Not really. But good old, this middle one is real nice. I like this. This is a nice pinkish color. Like a pinkish mauve. I don't even remember what I named it. I have to go back and watch the other video that I did so I can name it. I can tell you what the name is. I might have to, what I'm going to have to do is put labels on here too so I remember what's what. I just remember this one I said it was going to be Shimmy Shimmy Ya. Because Wu-Tang. But yeah, this is not bad. Yeah, that's actually really nice. That's a nice pink dollop of color. It's not overpowering. It's very, very subtle. And I like that. Especially for this look. We just want this to be subtle. We don't want a lot. I'm trying to. And then what I need to do, and I realized I should be doing dusting to get the excess. Okay. And Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. We have done what we came to do. All right. So, put this brush back. So, done. All right. So now we're going to go on to the lips. And for the lips, Mr. Soft Pencil Senior has made his return. And I'm gonna put my lash. We're gonna line the lips. Okay. So lips are lined. And then for the lipstick, we're going to go in. I wanted to wear a red today. We're going to go in with the Sephora. This is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain number 95, which I don't know what the name is. It just gives you the number on here. But it used to tell you with the little seal over here used to say what the name was. And I was like, bro, ain't nobody gonna know what no 95 is. So. Okay. Okay. I really like this Sephora. It's very good. And it will dry down. It dries very quickly. And it will dry down and make a very, very nice red lip. It's really good. I really like number 01. That is a very red also. But this is more like a deeper, almost orangish red. It's a deep red though. Because it is not the same red as, say, the 01. If I can find 01. Yep, this is 01. So see, those are clearly different reds. This is deeper. This is more of like a classic candy apple red. And then I have even deeper reds. These two. They're even deeper than the one I just put on my face. So I do like their reds. I bought all of their reds and they all have numbers, but don't nobody know what the names are. But they do have names. So the waiting for my lips to dry. And I think they're almost dry. Actually, they are dry. Lips are dry already. So yeah. Let's see. Do I need to do any work? Kinda. Okay. All right. I like how that turned out. Okay. That's a nice look. That turned out real nicely. All right. So now we need to set, and we are done. We're going to set with spray. We're going to set again with the Morph. So let me get her set. Okay. And then I do need to use Mr. Sweetful at the end. I like how this turned out. It turned out real nice, and it was a quick do. I am gonna add on some eyeliner. I tend to forget my eyeliner now, my under eye eyeliner, just because I don't do it at the same time that I do the rest of my eyes. So I think I will add some in just a second. I don't even have any over here. Guess I gotta grab one out of the kit. Let's just grab the first one that I come to. So, first one that I grabbed was the NYX, so I'll do that. My face is pretty much dry now. Yeah, that darkened down that, definitely darkened down that, She Glam. Okay. Okay. It does not take long to dry either. Oops. Trying to dry it fairly fast by opening up my eye, which is also making my eyes water. I'm like, no, it's making my eyes water, which I don't want, because I don't want it to run and mess with it. But it does dry fairly fast, so. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completed look. So we're going to put our earrings on. I decided I was going to wear my popcorn buckets today, because I feel like it. I just felt like it. They don't really match this, but I felt like it. I have some carrot ones that are orange, so there is that. But I didn't feel like wearing those. Alright. Take that down. Trying to debate, do I want to keep my bangs pinned or what? But I think I will take them loose. If I can get it loose out of here. Alright. That's itchy. Goodness, that's super itchy. And it's time for me to wash my hair again. Try to do it every 2 weeks. Because I don't need to wash my hair more often than that. Any more than that, and it starts coming out. So, 2 weeks is about the probably the most. Usually, sometimes I'll wash it like once a month, but that depends. If I'm moisturizing it every day and it's not getting dry, we don't have to worry about flakiness and all of that. So, once every 2 weeks or so is probably fine. That's a good medium for me, with this super thick, coarse head full of hair. But yes, the sideburns, I cut them about 2 weeks ago. I shaved them with I used the electric clippers to shape them up and get them right. All right, so I think we're ready to go. We're finished here. Let my hair loose. it's going to be time to let this wig go pretty shortly. So I'm fixing to order another one. I have a couple of contenders because I can't get this one exactly. I've had this one since the summer, and it's just now really showing its wear and tear. And so it's time to order another one. So I found some other ones, but I cannot get this one exactly on Amazon as I did. So I say it's time to let her go, because she getting a little fuzzy down here at the ends. But I do have some contenders that are very similar to this one, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yep, these are my popcorn bucket ones. They're super cute. They are actual little small tiny popcorn buckets with like little fake, this is plastic, fake popcorn in the top, but it's the old movie theater popcorn. I thought these were super cool when I saw them. They are slightly heavy. They do hang a little bit, but not enough where it's uncomfortable. I'm like, oh no, these earrings hurt my ears. So they're okay. I just don't wear them a whole lot because I'm also scared of screwing them up. So there is that. So we're gonna finish up here. Thank you for watching. Had a good time. The orange is oranging. That Flyness Fleck is helping it a little bit. It is helping. It's just, that orange is not as pigmented as I would have liked. So I know to use, if I'm going to use that one, I got to use another orange also. And I do have another orange in, one of my Juvia's Place palettes. So I have to combine it with that or just use the Juvia's Place. But there are other things in that palette. So besides that orange that I will probably use, there's a gold in there. So we'll see. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back in and watch more of our videos. Like, share, and subscribe. We have multiple series now. Almost too many to mention. But come in and watch our new series. We're going to have some more episodes coming up. We will have a beauty haul coming. And probably a buying and trying on Monday. Probably. Just because I will have time. I will be off from work for Martin Luther King holiday. So I will probably do some makeup and do something with the stuff that I just bought and do a look. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch me later. Peace.